The occupants of the search warrant location were notified via a public address system, a loudspeaker, of our intent to serve the warrant. During the execution of the warrant, gunshots came from inside the residence. A JSO SWAT team member was shot multiple times and was able to return fire. I'm pleased to report that that officer has been released from the hospital and is currently recovering at home. So we'll not be releasing his name until we work to make sure that all of his family members have been notified. So probably tomorrow we'll be able to release his name. There were no other injuries reported at the scene. So while this investigation is currently very active, I can confirm that all the occupants have been detained at this time and there's no further threat to the community. So again, a very active ongoing investigation, but with that I can answer a few questions.
You said you can or cannot confirm that everyone has been arrested?
Everybody has been arrested. We have, yes, ma'am.
How many people were arrested?
So detained, there are 2 currently.
2 are detained.
At this point,
So
right.
Men or women? Excuse me.
One of each. One of each.
Why that house in particular for the search warrant?
So it is an ongoing investigation with, again, a DEA and narcotics investigation. And so because of the high-risk nature of the warrant, they requested our assistance in serving that warrant at the location.
What sort of weapon was used against the officer? Pistol or shotgun?
That's still under investigation. So we're going to confirm all that before we release any of those details, obviously.
Can you tell us where he was shot on his body?
In the vest. So the vest saved his life today, no doubt about it. So he's received some minor injuries, and obviously there's a significant amount of trauma that occurs even when you do get shot in the vest. And so he's very fortunate. We're all very fortunate. But yeah, he got shot in the vest.
Sheriff, can you talk a little bit about the training that these SWAT officers undergo to prepare for a situation just like this?
So there's a significant amount of extra training, if you will. I mean, these guys spend about 20 to 30% of their on-duty time training, and they do that for cases like this. So, when you get to a point where you're serving one of these high-risk warrants, you've exhausted every other option available to kind of further the investigation, and this is the last piece of the puzzle, last step we can take, really. And so, very, very dangerous, high-risk situation for law enforcement. And so we committed years ago to make sure that if we're going to ask officers to put themselves in that position to further these investigations, we need to train them and equip them appropriately. And so we've done that. And these are very highly trained, law enforcement professionals.
DEA involved with any other agencies?
I don't believe so. I think just DEA. We're assisting them. Typically, there's some task forces at work, but I think this is mainly a DEA operation.
Was the officer inside the house or outside the house?
He was outside the house, and the shots came from inside the house.
Were any children inside the home? And then once officers were able to get inside to detain those 2, where were they? And did they have weapons? Were they still threatening the officers that came in?
So all of that is still no children that I've been told. I don't believe there are any children in there. I can confirm that for you. And the search of the location, they were detained without incident, and the search of the location is ongoing as we speak. So.
Can you reveal how long the officer has been with the sheriff's office?
He's been 19 years, I think, with the agency. And again, we'll release his information tomorrow. We just want to make sure that between us and him and his family that everybody's been notified appropriately. So, anything else?
Were there any drugs or weapons found during the search?
So that the search is still ongoing, obviously, and but that was the basis of the warrant. It was a narcotics search warrant.
How many shots did the sheriff's office return in returning fire?
Again, all part of the ongoing investigation. I don't have that detail as of yet.
I lost it.
Okay. Anything else?
Is anything else hit besides the officer?
No, just the officer.
Male or female officer?
Male officer. We'll release his information tomorrow.
And when you say detained, talk about the difference between that and an arrest.
So at this point, there's a lot happening. Obviously, you've got a narcotics search warrant situation happening. You've got now potentially attempted murder on a police officer, so it's a bigger investigation. So there'll be interviews that have to be conducted. There'll be other things that happen, and we would expect charges soon. But as of now, they're just being detained and interviewed.
Just one more question. Can you detail the type of drugs? Was it a mix? Do you guys know?
I don't have that information yet. I don't.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Thank you.
Thank you.